presentation as well. So first of all, we are going to be discuss about the after completion of the course where you can able to apply it. Okay, or I can say in another word, we can say as a CSV consultant, as a CSV person, which industry option is available for me, or wherever CS is applicable ultimately. Okay, so the major industry, or I can say directly industry, direct impacting industry, which is all the regulated industries, like says to pharma industry. Okay, pharmaceutical industry. You may have a clinical trial industries, isn't it? Clinical trial, the we can say the medical device industry. These are the regulated industry. So this industry require the software to be validated. They are going to use the software for their automation. Correct. So whenever you are using the software for the automation, definitely you have to validate those softwares before use in the regulated industries actually. Okay. And after, but pharma industry, clinical trial industry, and medical device industry is not going to be developer softwares. Who is going to develop a softwares? IT industry is going to develop a softwares actually for them. They are developing a software for selling purpose for the pharma industry, for the clinical trial, for the medical device industries. So IT industry also hiring the CSV expert because they have to validate their software before they will sell it to all these customers. So IT industry is also hiring the CSV expert actually. Plus consultancy industry like TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, IQA, Mindtree, SCL, all this industry is a consultancy plus IT industry. Both is there actually. So for them, you can also apply it actually. And majorly this industry hiring the CSU expert as compared to regulated industries. Okay. And maximum people from the pharma industry trying to switch their career into IT industry. And sometimes IT people also wanted to be go in a pharma industry. So this is the bridge between the IT and the pharma, or I can say regulated industry, bridge between the regulated industry and the IT industry. So this is the one of the single course where you can go with anywhere, whether in the pharma or in the IT industry or anywhere, means regulatory and the IT, between these two actually. And of course, the medical device industry is a benefit apart from these actually. Okay. So the Company Connect consultancy in collaboration of the Skill Bee Solutions. You may heard about the Skill Bee Solution and Company Connect as well. Both are this, we can say, the platform of the Company Connect only. Company Connect consultancy is the parent of the Skill Bee Solutions. Okay. And this is the company, or this is the institute which is having the APJ Abdul Kalam University affiliations. Okay. For more details on that, you can go with the APJ Abdul Kalam University Institute at the website. You can visit there and you can see all those things as well. Okay, so we are affiliated with APJ Abdul Kalam Universities, and you will going to be get the certifications from the APJ Abdul Kalam Universities Institute only. Okay, and these are the contact number. You can see the contact number. If you wanted to be go with the we can say the you can contact on this phone number, or you can have a mail on this ID as well. Okay, these are the ISO certifications. There is much more certifications will be have, but these are the major certifications we have actually. Okay, apart from that, other we can say the other courses which is going to be, which is offered by the Company Connect consultancy, is the like a CSV, quality assurance, pharmaceutical quality assurance, pharmaceutical quality control, pharmacovigilance, clinical research, CDMS, and medical writing. And the pharmaceutical, all the validation like HVAC, cleaning validation, your water system validation, regulatory affairs, LIMS application. There is a two course for the LIMS application. One is the admin LIMS, which is going to be talk about the administrative part, while another is a end user LIMS, which is going to be talk about the functionality of the LIMS actually, LIMS functionality. Okay, so there is a two course under LIMS application. Then there is a MES course, which is going to be cover we can say the different softwares, but majorly we are going to discuss on the Verum softwares actually. Okay, Verum Passex. This is we can say the especially for the pharmaceutical industries. Okay, apart from that, some other courses, soft skills and all those things, you can visit the site for other courses as well. Apart from that, if you wanted to be go with the some free courses is also available on the website. Okay, I will show you the free courses later point of time, which is under the boom actually. Multiple courses which is freely available. You can also opt it from the directly from the skill B solution side. Skill B solution. Okay. So first we'll talk about the our services, then I will come to the CSV. What exactly the CSV? What is the future of the CSV? Okay. So the majorly we are working in the training institute as a training institute. Previously we are in the job placement. Okay. After that we realized that we need some well skilled people, well knowledgeable person. So we also started our training institute itself, so that people will be going to be trained by us and going to be placed by us. So both are we are going to be taken care. Okay. Means we are the major in the job placement, but of course we are providing the training as well, so that we'll able to provide the a good skilled candidate to the industries. Okay. Then we are also providing the consultancy in the field of the pharma industry, like a quality assurance consultancy, quality control, computer system validation consultancy in the pharma industries. We are also having the like auditing skills, ISO 9001, 2007, 27001, 14001, and your we can say the regulatory auditing as well. We have especially like a Bhagwati Makwana sir, which is going to be take audit of the various pharma industries. Okay. For more details, you can visit the website where the full details of the Bhagwati Makwana will be available. Okay. Then GXP system assessment, like it's still kind of a gap assessment. We are also providing a gap assessment as well. Then CSV projects, we generally take a CSV projects from the various pharma industry, IT industries, and complete their project as well. Okay, QMS implementations and career counseling and mentorship as well. So these are the some services provided by the company connect consultancy. Now coming to the CSV part, what is the futuristic of the CSV? Means currently situation is very good. Okay, not an issue. Currently there is a lot of vacancy, but after you come in a CSV, what is the future of a CSV person? Whether it is going to decline in the near future, or will I become a jobless because of the AI, or any of the reason? So currently, if you'll see, we are in this position actually, industry 3.0. Okay, and we are trying to move toward the industry 4.0. So what is the industry 4.0, 3.0? To understand it, first we'll understand what is the 1.0. So industry 1.0 is nothing but where we have used some mechanical power, like steam power, water power, coal power. You may have seen the coal engine, correct? For a train. So coal engine, all are the mechanical power only. Pneumatic power, all are the mechanical power to run the equipment, so that we have a production of a product, isn't it? After that, we use the electricity. You may already seen nowadays train is running on the electricity only, which is more faster. So because of that, we are have a mass production, faster mass production. Product is going to be product, sorry, going to produce faster as compared to previous one. That was the industry 2.0. After that, we have already moved to industry 3.0, where we need some automation. Okay, we are able to have a faster production of a product, but still we are not able to have a automation. So we have used the word computer system for the automation. So we use the word, I can say the technology of a computer to have everything automatically performed by our equipment to produce the product. So now we are faster and we are automatic as well. But still there is some lacuna that I cannot work remotely. That is going to be solved by the industry 4.0, where we use the word cyber physical system, use of the internet actually, so that I can remotely operate my equipment, isn't it? Nowadays people are working from home. How it is possible? Because of using the internet only. So the use of internet in your production purpose is nothing but industry 4.0. Okay, and not only this, some other technologies also come under the industry 4.0, like internet of things, where two things is connected to each other over the internet. That is called the internet of things. Advanced robotics nowadays, robot is more advanced. Intelligent robot is also there nowadays. Okay, so that is what use of robots in your industry, in your pharma industry, in your regulated industry, is a part of advanced robotics. You can go with the artificial intelligence as well. Nowadays we already discussing about the chat GPT. ChatGPT is what? Artificial intelligence only. One types of the artificial intelligence. There is a lot of AI and ML. AI, artificial intelligence, and ML means machine learning. Okay. So that anyway, we are going to discuss everything about our regular classes, all those things. Okay. Cloud computing, cyber securities, cloud computing in the sense like where you are going to be where you are going to be access the application over the internet. With the use of the internet, you are able to access the application. That is what cloud computing. There is much more details under that, like a SaaS model, software as a service model, platform as a service model, and infrastructure as a service model. There is a multiple, one more model is there, or two more model is there, but we are not going to discuss about those models currently. But in our regular class, we are going to discuss those things as well. Cyber securities, additive manufacturing, augmented realities, virtual realities, everything is a part of Industry 4.0 plus PAT, process analytical technology, if you heard about it, where inbuilt we are going to be provide the sensor on the equipment, and equipment or the sensor will tell that your product is completed. Now you can unload the material and you can load the material in the next equipment. This is the process of continuous manufacturing. You may have heard about the name continuous manufacturing. This is the in collaboration of the PET. That is a part of Industry 4.0 only. Okay. So that we're going to discuss in our regular classes as well. So first thing, what we'll understand, CSV. CSV is what? The full name of a CSV is a computerized system validation, not a computer system validation. So it means there is a difference between a computer and computerized. So computer is simple. Your laptop, your desktop, your mobile is a computer, where we have hardware and we have softwares. Okay. So hardware and the software is going to be collectively designed and perform the specific function or a group of function is called the computer system. Simple things. We already aware about it. We are already using our computers in our daily routine life. But what exactly the computerized systems actually? So computerized system include your hardware, your softwares, the peripheral devices, the network, the documentations, as well as person. Means the person who is operating the computer system is also a part of a computerized system. So computer system include only two things, hardware and the softwares. While the computerized system include hardware, software plus peripheral device. Peripheral device in the sense the sensor which is connected to your system, or the devices which is connected to your system is a peripheral device. Plus document like SOP. Running the equipment, running the system, I mean to say that, is also require the SOPs. That SOP is also part of a computerized systems. As well as who is going to be operate the system is also part of a computerized systems. So computerized system include everything associated to your computer systems actually. So all those component, all those things is going to be combined together and perform one or more automated process or a function is called the computerized systems. And we are going to validate what? Computerized systems actually, not only a single computer systems. Okay. So validation means what? There is a terminology is called the validation. You may have heard about the validation. Mostly people may be already aware about the validation means what exactly. So validation in the sense as in definition is like establishing document evidence that provide a high degree of assurance that a specific process will consistently produce a product meeting its predetermined specification and qualitative means in a simple word, in a layman word, it's a very typical definitions. In simple word, I can say, when we are going to validate a process, we always do the validation of the process. Correct? Validation of the process means we are going to fix each and every parameter of a process. We are going to fix everything. We are going to fix the ingredient of the process. We are going to fix the quantity of the ingredient, the quality of the ingredient, the parameter of the equipment or the systems, everything we are going to fix. Why we are fixing this? To get the consistent same output. So by fixing everything, we wanted to be have get the fixed output actually, and that output should be within the quality, within the qualitative use, isn't it? Within the fixed quality, within the fixed specification and qualitative use. Once you'll get the fixed output again and again, not only one time, again and again, then we can say my process is validated. So the use of this same thing in your computer system. So use of your validation means use of the compressed system which is validated, you are going to get the fixed product quality, fixed services ultimately. So ultimately, what does mean of computer system validations? So it's a process of achieving and maintaining the compliance with the applicable GXP regulation and fitness for intended use of the computer systems. Means by doing the validation of a computer system, we are ensuring that my system is fit for the intended use. First thing, that my system is fit for the intended use. My system is fixed for intended use. Second thing, with applicable GXP regulation. Means by following the GXP regulations, I'm ensuring that my system is fit for the intended use. For which I purchased the system, yes, it is fixed. It is fit for that use actually, ultimately. Okay. So this is the reason behind why we are doing the validation of a computer system. Sometimes interview will ask the question, what does mean of computer system validation? So this is the meaning actually. We are going to be get the we are going to ensure that whether my system is fit for the intended use or not. This is the reason behind it with following the GXP rules and regulations. So why we do the validation? Sometimes this is also interview question, why validation is required. Sometimes interview will ask whether it is necessary to validate your system. So again, there is a questions marks here. All the system is not required to validate it. Only those system which is going to impact on the GXP status, which is impact on product quality, patient safety, data integrity, require the validation. All the system does not require the validation. Okay. So if your system is require the validation, why the validation is required? First thing, we are doing the validation, especially the software validation or computer system validation, so that I can prevent the software bug. The software defect will be prevented. A single software defect may impact on your patient safety, may impact on your product quality. To avoid the serious consequences because of my wrong product, we do the validation. And of course, there's a regulatory requirement from US FDA, MHRA, TGA, CDSCO. These are the regulatory bodies of various countries. You may already aware about it. And of course, we are doing the validation so that I'm going to be get the fixed output, fixed product ultimately. So these are the some of the reason for the validation. Now, what to be included as part of our courses actually? Okay. So that a scenario means I'm just going to be provide a little bit scenario here. Like we are going to be include the software validation, how to validate the softwares. But the software is going to be installed on the infrastructure, on the server, on the client actually. Infrastructure we're going to discuss in our regular classes. Ultimately, you have to be install the software like you're installing the WhatsApp in a mobile, isn't it? Same way, when you are going to be use the software in your pharma industry or in regulatory industry, you have to install somewhere in a computer system or in a server side actually. That server, that computer system has to validate, has to be qualified. I can say that is a part of infrastructure qualification that we are going to discuss. So we are going to discuss about the infrastructure qualification. Under that, there is a lot of things we are going to discuss, and majorly we are discussing about this. So that because we are weak in IT terminologies and all those things, so I will majorly concentrate on this part. And of course, we are good in a process. So software validation is after that it will be very easy for us. Okay. Then spreadsheet validation. If you are using Excel sheet in your regulatory industry, that Excel sheet also has to validate. You cannot use the Excel sheet without validation. You cannot use it. You have to validate it first. Okay. So how to perform the Excel sheet validation? That we are going to discuss that part as well. First, about this SDLC, software development lifecycle. How to be develop a software actually. We are not going to develop any softwares, but we are if we are becoming a validation expert, we should be aware how to validate the softwares if developer has follow any of these software development lifecycle method. These are the software development lifecycle method like waterfall model, V model approach, agile model approach, DevOps, spiral methodologies, rapid application development, incremental SDLCs. These are the software development method. Developer can follow any of the method. As a validation expert, we should be aware what the concept should be provided to validate the if the developer has used the waterfall. What approach of the validation should be used if developer has followed the V model approach or the agile model approach. So that concept we are going to learn in our regular classes. That concept we are going to learn all those method actually. Okay, like waterfall. What does waterfall means? Like when you are going to develop something, anything, forget about the softwares. First, you have to be gather the requirement. What kind of a system you want it to be, correct? So same manner is software is also there. You have to be gather the requirement. This is first thing. Means preparation of the URS. If we'll go with the pharma industry terminologies, preparation of the URS. That URS we will going to send to vendor. Vendor will analyze those requirements. Then he will provide the design document that this is how the softwares will be looks like, designing of the softwares. Once you can say, okay, this is okay for me, they will code the softwares, they will develop the softwares. After that, testing of the software. If testing is successfully passed, we're going to be release the software. We are going to deploy the software for what purpose? For operation purpose. Now people can use in daily operation, in your daily operation. This is what called the go live, actually go live of the softwares. Okay, so it looks like if you'll see here, the compulsion is that previous phase to complete to start the next phase. Previous phase to complete to start the next phase. So it looks like a water is following from the upper side to lower side. That's why the model is called the waterfall. In the same manner, V model is also there. You can see where we have a like a same manner. It's like a waterfall only, where we prepare the validation plan. We gather the requirement, URS. That URS will be sent to vendor, and vendor will provide the functional specification, where he will mention that I am going to provide the software having this functionality. Are you fine with this functionality? As a pharma industry, I can say yes, we are good with the functionality what you are going to provide in a softwares. After that, he will provide the one document called the design specification and configuration specification. This is how the designing of the softwares. Are you fine with that? Yes. Then they will build the softwares. They will develop a softwares. After development, testing is there. Of course, IQ, OQ, PQ. But here, one compulsion is that your IQ has to verify against the design specification, OQ has to verify against the functional specification, and PQ has to verify against the URS. Once you are going to be test the softwares, you can prepare the validation report. Once this report is approved, you can go live the softwares in the operation phase. Now people can use the software for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, isn't it? After that, of course, new technology will be arise. We are going to retire the softwares. So retirement phase will be there. So retirement of a computer system is not so easy because it contains data. It has the data, regulatory data actually. Those data, are you going to destroy? Are you going to be have a backup only? Are you going to be migration from old system to new system? So data archival is also applicable. Data migration may be applicable. That is also part of a data migration. Means we are going to discuss about data migration, how to be perform the data migration. What are the important things under data migration? We are going to discuss those things as well. Same manner, you can see the agile methodologies as well. Most of the people has heard only about the agile terminologies. What does it mean? How it is going to work? That we are going to be understand slightly here. But in our regular class, we are going to discuss much more details about the agile methodologies. Okay. So if you see in the V model, we have fixed everything as a requirement in the initially part. This is our initial phase only. Initial phase itself, we fix every requirement. After that, if somebody will change the requirement, we have to be start from the beginning again. Like here testing, during the testing, we find that I need to be change the requirement. Then we have to be start from the beginning. Again, we have to be update the URS, then FS, then CS, then develop it, then test it. So ultimately, in the V model, we try to avoid the change of the requirement in the V model. But in the agile model is saying that you can change the requirement any point of time. There is no problem. So changing of the requirement in the agile is acceptable always. Okay, this is the beauty of the agile. But if someone will say that I have a clarity of all the requirement and I wanted to follow the agile. So if you are clear with the requirement, always go and follow the V model. If you are 100% clear with the requirement, always follow the V model, because V model is the best suitable model for the validation. If you are not clear with the requirement, then you can go with the agile model. Okay, because you can change the requirement in the agile. So that flexibility is there in the agile model. Okay, so V model, generally regulatory industry follow the V model. 95% cases we follow the V model only, because it's a more we can say validation friendly as compared to agile model. But if you are not clear with the requirement, then you can go with the agile model. So in the agile model, there is a cyclic phase actually. Like this is the first cycle. Cycle means sprint. Here we use the word sprint for the one cycle. This is the one sprint, second sprint, third sprint, fourth, fifth, and so on. Multiple sprint may be there based on your project duration actually. Multiple factors will be impacted. Okay, so here like I have a clear with the 100 requirement, not all the requirement, 100 requirement. Okay, from out of 100 requirement, I have taken a 50 requirement which I can develop in this one cycle. I will take this first cycle, then going to describe much more details. So this is my one sprint, first sprint I can say. If you see, this is the product backlog. Product backlog, nothing like a URS only, where we have all the requirement will be written into product backlog. Suppose I have 100 requirement. We use the word story here actually. User story in place of the requirement. So all the 100 story I'm going to mention into the product backlog. Out of 100, I have taken a 50 story only, 50 user story as a to be developed in this entire sprint. The duration of the one sprint is 1 week or maybe 2 week or 3 week or 4 week. 4 week is the maximum duration of any sprint. You cannot go beyond the 4 week generally. Okay. So suppose it's a 1 month. I'm taking the 1 month. So in this 1 month, I can develop a 50 requirement. I have taken a 50 requirement. Now this 50 requirement is called the sprint backlog. This is in one sprint, I can only develop this 50 requirement. That is why it is called the sprint backlog. This 50 requirement I will develop and I will test it. So development and testing. I will develop a software, I will test the software. And after development testing, you can show the software to your customer directly. So here customer involvement is more as compared to your V model. In the V model, if you'll see, V model, here customer is writing the requirement and he is going to perform the PQ. Lastly, he is going to involve at the last, after 6 months or after 8 months. But in this agile model, he is going to be involved in every cycle so that he can see your softwares. He can have a hands-on experience on your softwares actually. So based on the customer feedback, you can update your product backlog. Product backlog means you can update your requirement ultimately. Okay. Then we have a team meeting. Team will sit together and discuss what goes wrong in this entire 1 month, what goes good. Everything we are going to be we can say inspections of the entire 1 month. Based on these meetings, we are going to be update our product backlog so that my next sprint will be good actually. Isn't it? So I have taken 100 requirement. Out of 100, I have taken a 50 requirement. Suppose full 50 requirement, I am not able to develop it. I am able to develop only 40 requirement. So 10 requirement will be shifted into the next product backlog. And from here, 50 requirement will be shifted for the next product backlog. Okay. So 50 plus 10, 60 is there. Plus customer add suppose 20 more requirement. Now I have a 80 requirement in my hand again. I will again select, suppose I'm going to select the 40 requirement. Just an example, it may be 30, 35 based on the sprint duration and capacities. Now again develop it, again test it, again show to customer. Customer may add some more requirement. So ultimately what we are doing, slow and slow, we are going to develop each and every requirement. And final sprint, we have a final product. That product you can use it. Even previous sprint, you can also use the final product even. This is not a final product. This is the in-between product actually. So pure agile, you can use the product in every sprint. But in our pharmaceutical industry, we release the final product only. That product will be usable ultimately. Okay. So this is what method of agile methodologies. Much more details we are going to discuss in our regular classes about the agile methodologies, about the DevOps. Nowadays, this is also in actually DevOps that we are going to discuss separately. Okay. So what things we are going to include? That is what understand. Okay, V model, waterfall model, agile models, much more model is there. We are going to discuss all those things. Okay, but what topics we are going to cover in our regular classes, in our regular sessions? Let me share those things as well. Just give me a second. Okay, so you can see here. So we have a total near about 44 model. Okay, from here 30 to 44 means nearly 14 is the advanced topics. Okay, which we are going to discuss much more in advance actually. So first, like, these are the industry 4.0 model we are going to discuss in the first modules. Project management, like what is the toll gate, quality gate concept, how the handling of the project from the initial project starting, estimation of the we can say cost and all those things. Everything we are going to discuss in a project management modules. Then validation overview, like what is the process validation, analytical validation, cleaning validation, computer system validation. Means at least we should be aware what does mean of validation actually. Then we are going to be have overview of the computer system validation, much more details, roles of the various regulatory authorities as per the roles, as per the regulatory authorities. What are the roles in the CSA? Then PDA CA cycle, plan do check act cycles. We are going to discuss QMS. This is maximum people is aware about the change control deviation incident. Maximum people is aware, but for those people who is not aware what is the change request, what is the deviation incident, we are going to discuss those things plus advanced things as well. Every people it will be new for IT related change request actually, that we are going to discuss separately in these modules. Okay, about the IT related change requests, how the softwares will be handled with the version controlling and all, we are going to discuss various software models, SDLC methodologies like a V model, waterfall, agile model, GXP guideline, where is GXP guideline? We are going to discuss medical device and the software as a medical device. Difference between these we are going to discuss, means and validation approach of the medical device, that is also important. Then vendor management, how to select a good vendors, especially in the software field. Actually, it's not like a raw material vendor will going to select. Software vendor has to be selected. That we are going to discuss. Then electronic record, electronic signature assessment, risk management. Validation plan preparation, how to prepare the plan. And before to that, like a risk management, we have a two method, FMEA, failure mode effect analysis, and FMECA model. That is much more advanced than the FMEA, that we are going to discuss. Under that, quality analysis, quantity analysis, and wherever you are seeing the red, you can have a hands-on experience on those things. Okay, these are the assessment checklists. You can use by yourself those checklists as well. Validation plan preparation, how to prepare the validation plan, how to decide the validation strategy, what are the factors to decide the validation strategy, how to be have a prepare the URS, FRS, PRS, software requirement specification, then source code review report. Source code means development coding. How to be review those development coding, we are going to be understanding that as well. Infrastructure qualification, as already said to you, hardware qualification, server qualification, client qualification, network qualifications. Okay, physical as well as cloud, both we are going to discuss. Then software testing life cycle, then software categorization checklist, how to categorize the softwares like category 1, 3, 4, and 5 based on the game 5 guideline. So game 5 is a guideline which is a Gita of a CSV actually, I can say, where full details about the game, about the CSV will be there. So game 5 has mentioned there is a 4 category of the softwares. What are those categories? How you decide the categorization of the software? We are going to discuss in our regular classes. Test management tools. We are going to discuss various test management tools. How to be handle the testing with the tools actually. And you can have a hands-on experience on these tools. Okay. So that you can feel, you can create the test case, you can execute the test case, everything you can do by yourselves actually. Defect management tools, how to be handled defect in case you perform the testing and you identify some defect, how to be handle those defect, how to be trigger the defect, how to be initiate it, how to be close it. Everything we are going to discuss about the defect management with the hands-on experience on this as well. Then test summary report to summarize everything. Same way validation summary report to summarize all the validation activities. Validation deliverables as per the category. If you have a category 3, what are the validation deliverables? If you have a category 4, what are the validation deliverables? And if you have category 5, what are the validation deliverables? Then operation maintenance of the softwares, periodic review of the softwares, decommissioning of the softwares. Means how to be decommission the software. I already said to you, it include what? Our data migration as well. Okay, so it's a part of data migration. We are going to discuss decommissioning and data migration, all the details as well. Okay, then game 5 guideline, overview of the game 5 and PLC validation. Nobody talks about the PLC validation in any institute. We are going to be describe about the PLC validation in details as well. Okay, then virtual machines creation, how to be create the virtual machines, how to be create the virtual servers. That is hands-on experience you can also have on those models as well. Okay, so that we are going to discuss virtual machines creation, what is the virtual machines, how, like nowadays we have a remote desktop, nowadays people are working from the remotely, correct, from the virtual desktop only, not a real desktop. They are using virtual desktop with on your real desktop itself. So how that virtual desktop is created, what is the reason, means what is the method behind it, we are going to be discuss about that part as well. DevOps structures, this is the new technology nowadays. DevOps methodologies actually that we are going to discuss. This is what we can say CI/CD pipeline creations. You may not be heard about these terminologies, but don't worry. After all those topics completion, you will easy to understand what is the CI/CD is and all. We are going to discuss. Then disaster recovery and business continuity. Suppose your server is down, how you are going to ensure the business continuity of your business, of your systems ultimately. So that is a part of disaster recovery system or business continuity management that we are going to discuss. Game 5 comparison between the first version to second version. There is a two version. Recently Game 5 second version has been launched. Difference between these two we are going to discuss. Artificial intelligence and machine learning and its validation approach. Nowadays, lot of discussion on the AI actually. But our thing is what? How to validate it. That approach we are going to be understand from our course actually. Excel sheet validation. How to validate the Excel sheet, as already explained to you. Data integrity principle. Mostly people is aware about data integrity. What is that? We are going to be slightly touch because maximum people is already aware about it. Software designing. What is database? What is back end of the softwares? What is the front end of the softwares? How the softwares will be created? Okay, that is also going to discuss how to deploy the softwares. Everything we are going to discuss. Cloud computing, as already mentioned, SaaS, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. The new way of CSV. Okay, currently we are learning the CSV and we are doing the job as a CSV expert only. Futuristic, we are going to follow the CSA concept actually, computer software assurance. This is the new way of validation. That is difference between the CSV and the CSA. We are going to discuss much more details about it because company is going to follow this approach in near future. Maybe only 1 or 2 years after that, people are shifting to CSA. So difference between CSV and the CSA, we are going to discuss much more details about it. Then agile project, how the agile methodologies will work. Anyway, I already mentioned the previous example. That is how the validation approach. This is much more important for us actually. That approach we are going to learn. Anyway, comparison between first and second version, we are going to discuss. Infrastructure as a code and different IT terminologies. This is the major things actually. Because we are good in the process, but we are not good in the IT terminologies actually. So that is we are going to discuss about much more details. So total something 44, 45, some more topics is there, but I'm not going to discuss in here class. Some interesting topics I have not written here, but we are going to discuss in our regular classes actually. Okay, that will be very useful and have a hands-on experience on those things as well. Okay, so these are the modules of CSV and the CSA, both is there actually in that. All those things I have covered. Then what is additionally you are getting from the institute, from this institute? So we are going to learn at least two test management tools, how to perform the testing with the hands-on experience on those tools actually. Okay. Then two task management tools, like one is the Jira softwares. Jira software is majorly task management, how to manage the task actually. Plus one more tools we are going to discuss on the task management. Then one document management systems we are going to use, like a DMS. Okay. Document management system, how to upload the document, how to be have electronically sign those document, everything we are going to discuss about the DMS. 3 to 4 live project we are going to cover, means how we perform the project, how we create the validation plan for those projects. We are going to discuss about this topic. One live project will be assigned to you so that you can complete the validation plan for those things. Okay. Then every topic we have assessment will be conducted after every topic, and that is a self assessment actually. Okay, you can do your self assessment. You will submit the assessment and you will get the result at the end actually. What is, how much you have corrected the answer and how much is wrongly answered. Then after, like, you have a final examination. After you pass the final examination with the 70% mark, you will get the certificate. Okay. So what is different from the other institute? In the other institute, they will block if you will take a screenshot. Okay. But we are not going to block you. You can take a screenshot, not any problem. Okay. You can unmute yourselves. Currently in this webinar, we have mute everybody. Okay, but in our regular classes, you can unmute yourselves and you can speak it out so that more user friendly, we can say discussion will be more healthy in place of writing in a chat box. Speaking is very easy to express yourselves. So we allow you to unmute yourselves actually in the our regular classes. Advanced topics will cover, and to keep your thing, means on a regular basis, on monthly basis, we'll conduct advanced topics actually, so that everybody will be aware about the what is the current affairs, what is the things, or what are the advanced topic is there. We are going to be conduct the session on every 1 month actually. So monthly basis doubt clearing session is also there, so that if any doubt is there, and it is for the lifetime, not only for the 1 year or 2 year, it is for the lifetime. Whenever the institute is there, till institute is there, monthly classes will be there, and you can join those classes, monthly classes. Okay. Live project assignment will be there. You can have hands-on experience on the tools as well. Agile and Scrum Master certification free of cost available. AI and ML certification free of cost is available from the institute. And not only those, I will show some much more details. Those courses for all of you, means who has attended the session, just go the skill site. Okay. And under that, free courses is available. So you can opt for any of the courses, like you can opt for the DevOps, Agile and Scrum Master certification, computer vision and AI, generative AI for beginners, AI and machine learning, deep learning, Power BI, Agile and Scrum Master certifications, cloud computing, robotics, and big data analytics, cyber securities, all those things which is the current topics. We have free courses for those. And at the end, if you pass the examination, you will get the certification as well. And that certification is also university affiliated only. Okay. So all the certification as per your choice, you can enroll directly. Enrollment button is there. You can enroll yourselves and you can get the certification as well. Okay. So all those certification, which is a part of these only, you can get it free. Not only these two, multiple certification you will get. Okay. Free access to PPT. We are not going to charge a single penny for the PPT or the any questions and answers actually. So we have a we can say ready-made interview questions answer, which is freely available. Other institute will take a charge for those things as well. Here it is free of cost. Okay. So that is about the course details and all. What is the career of a CSV expert actually? So once you'll have a CSV course completion, you can go with any of these industry like pharmaceutical industry, IT industry, clinical trial industry, medical device industry, and consultancy industry. Okay. Starting salary for a freshers is something 20,000 to 40,000. Relative career growth is 50% higher than any other courses. Exposure to corporate environment, and you can enjoy the 5 working days, because CSV is allowed you to have a work from home option. First thing, okay. Plus, you can enjoy the 5 working days as well. So both option is there in the CSV industries actually. The starting package for a fresher is this, and it maybe goes beyond to that. This figure is very less actually. Okay. So benefit to join the institute, you can have hands-on experience in Jira softwares, free membership for the lifetime, so that you can chat with our lecturer. Okay. So you have a free membership. Once you'll have a payment and registration, you'll get the free membership, so that you can talk to our lecturer any point of time. 70,000 worth material freely accessible. Okay. So the material cost is 70,000. For you, it is only in a registrations only. Interview based questions answer freely available. Mock interview classes will be conducted on monthly basis. At the end, we're going to be conduct plus monthly basis we are going to conduct. Placement assistance will be there. Two batches can be joined with the same fees. We are not going to charge any single penny for the second joining. Okay. Sometimes what happen, person will pay the money, but not able to join the courses. So don't worry, you can join the next batch as well. Another institute will block you. You cannot join the second class, second course actually. But we allow you to join the second batch as well of the CSU only, not other courses. Okay. 1 year free access for the class recording. All the recording, all the classes recording will be available for 1 year. And that may be extended if required. Resume preparation assistance will be provided. We're going to be optimize your resume. We are going to be optimize your LinkedIn profile even if you required. Scrum Master certifications will be there. And at the end, if you pass the examination, you will get the CSU certification with 2D code and the URL base. Your certification will be looks like this, where it has a 2D code. If you'll scan the code, you will get the verification link of this certification. So that company will verify your certificate is genuine or not. Plus URL link is also there, so that you can paste this URL link. Company HR will click on that link and they will verify your certificate is valid or not. Okay. So here there is a one more logo is there for the university affiliations. Okay. For the this is the older certificate, so that logo is not appearing here, but in the university affiliation certificate will be provided. That will be have a university logo as well. Okay, so these are the courses which we already discussed in the above sessions, like provided by the company connect. You can opt for any of the courses as well. Okay, so that's it for this we can say the mock and demo session. You can contact for more details on this number or on this. Okay, if any questions you have, you can raise a hand. I will unmute you so that you can speak it out, or you can use the chat box so that I can see those things. So Tulsi, you have some questions as you raise hand. Do you have questions? Tulsi, do you have a question? Okay. Tulsi, I cannot able to unmute you. You can use the chat box. Yeah. Power, Pratik, you can unmute yourselves. And
Yeah,
ask me.
sir, I have two questions. First one is
Mhm,
like how much days it will take to complete the course because there are several modules. So like,
mhm.
could you please?
So it will be take a 2.5 month. Okay. And
Okay,
if you want, you can have a recorded session as well. If you wanted to be finish the course early, you can go with the recorded session as well. Okay.
okay.
So
And the next
2.5
question
months
is
will be there. Nearly means
okay,
it's not a
2.5
fix. It is
months.
based on the course duration. Means depend on the course actually. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so the course coordinator or invigilator will get confirmation from us, and like we are fully ready for taking the test, or like what is the scenario here, or we can take a test from our side like when we feel like just I feel like I'm prepared for the exam. So can I go for the exam because we can't take the retest, I think, for this.
No, three
So
times
like
three attempt is there. Okay, so
okay,
don't bother
three
about it.
attempts.
If you fail in a one examination, don't bother. Second attempt is also there. Third attempt is also there.
Okay. No issues. And I have another question. This
Mhm.
course is validated in India only. If
Out
I
of India is also valid. It's a globally validate. Globally
globally
validated.
validated. Okay. As if you
Acceptable.
have
We
said,
have a
like it is ISO
US student.
9001. So like it is recognized internationally.
Yes, of course, of course. We already have a US student, UK student, Nigeria student. We already have these people actually.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
And like, what about placements, sir? Like, you are assisting for the placement, or you have any connection in the industry? Like, you are helping students to like,
That is
uh,
already mentioned to you. We are majorly in the placements actually. Okay. So placements assistance will be there from our side. Wherever vacancy is available, we'll let you know so that you can apply those vacancy as well. Okay.
okay,
This
so
is how
you'll
we
make
started.
one WhatsApp group for that,
Yes, of
like
course. We
particular
already have a
batch.
WhatsApp group of our all the students so that we'll paste those link. You can apply those link as well directly. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any other question? Okay. Okay, Priya. Okay, I cannot unmute you, your Priya. Okay, you can use the chat box only. I think you are joining with mobile and you not opted for the computer mic actually. So you can use the chat box, Priya, if you have any question. Okay, you are asking like more than 18 plus expense people in biometricals. So for them, you can contact on this number, what is provided in the chat box. Okay, so that they will provide more details. It has to be taken separately actually. Srinivas, I did not understand what you are asking the question. Class timing and batch option. So for this batch, class timing will be 9 to 10 p.m. Okay, 9 to 10 p.m. IST, Monday to Friday. This is the batch timing of this class. Then from the Monday onward, the class will going to be start from the Monday. Okay, from I think where is the Monday? First, 3rd of February. Not Monday, sorry, Tuesday, 4th of February. 4th of February, it is going to be started. Yeah, weekend option is also available. For more details, you can contact to the provided number. Okay, where you can see all the details. So I'm typing again. Yes, PV people can also join the CSV course. And nowadays, not only pharma people, PV people, pharmacovigilance people, clinical trial, CDMS is also shifting toward the CSV only. So yes, you can opt for those things as well. Yeah, engineering people, yes, no issue. And this is the majorly, the CSV field is majorly for the BTech people or technical people actually. Okay. Previously, maximum BTech people is involved in the CSV. Nowadays, pharma people, engineering people is also involved. If you have a knowledge on the CSV, yes, you can opt for those courses actually. Okay. Medical coding with the B pharmacy. How much expense is also important actually. If you have a 15 plus expense, 15 plus, then it's slightly difficult to switch your career from the current to CSV actually. Okay. But at least you can get some knowledge from the CSV so that you can improvise from your ongoing field itself. That will be better actually. I think you are not doing the initial things. I already explained about the forecast of the CSV. What is the future of a CSV? In the beginning itself, I already mentioned. Currently, we are under Industry 3.0. Going forward, we are going to be move toward the Industry 4.0. So more automation is there here in the Industry 4.0. So more automation means more software is going to be involved. And if software is going to be involved, validation of those software is also required. So future is also bright actually. Okay. No, no, there is no coding in the CSV. There is nothing like a coding in the CSV. So don't bother about it. Okay. We are not going to be develop any coding. Any people can join it, and we are not going to be bother about the coding program. uh, okay, I'm in the US in an nutraceutical company in manufacturing department of 8 years. I am opting switch career. It is okay for me. I have a yes, of course, for B Pharma people, you can join it. No problem, Harsha. Yeah. Yeah, real time project will be provided to you. Live project will be provided. Okay. Yeah. So, any other person? If you wanted to speak, just raise a hand. I will unmute you. Okay. If you failed in a single attempt, don't bother about it. Second attempt is there, third attempt is there. Okay. If third attempt is also failed, you can talk to madam and madam will provide some extension as well if possible. So Anusha, you can unmute yourselves. I have provide option. You can unmute and you can speak it out. Anusha. Okay. Weekend batch, yes, February. Yeah, weekend batch is also available. It may be, I think, somewhere around. Let me check it. Somewhere, I think 8 to 9 will be there. 8 to 9 February. For more details, contact to Madam only on the provided number. Okay, so weekend batch is also going to be start very soon only. Yeah. Yeah. So contact on this number for much more details about this. Daily live classes plus recorded session, both is available. Yes. So daily basis, Monday to Friday, live classes is there. Plus recording will be uploaded on the same day. So if you miss the class, don't bother. Recording is available till 1 year. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Anusha, now you can unmute yourselves. You raise a hand. I have a provide option to unmute you. If you're not able to speak it still, you can use the chat box. MCQ, yes, MCQ is there. This is what the self-assessment. Okay, something 500 plus questions will be there in that self-assessment. You can go with the, and all are the MCQs only. Yeah. Any other questions? So if you fail in the first attempt, Sriram, the next attempt you can do immediately, or you can take after 1 month or 2 months. It is up to you. There is no foundation of a timeline. MCQ options will be there. MCQ questionnaire will be there. Okay. Objective kind of a things. You can just provide the answer against the options actually. Multiple way of this examination actually. Yeah. If you have any other questions. Interview preparation, resume building. Yes, I will be written in the beginning itself. We are going to be assist you for the resume preparation. Okay. You may not seen it properly. Resume preparation is there. Okay. Plus course. Yes, after course completion, resume preparations will be there. You can have a self-assessment plus certifications. 1 year recording will be available. Mock interview. We are going to conduct the mock interview as well. So these course is designed in a such a manner that everything we are going to cover so that maximum people is going to select it from institute. Okay. So wherever vacancy is available, we are going to provide those vacancy details as well. So we have a dedicated team member which is going to work on these things only. Dedicated team member on these. Okay. And we are going to provide the number. You can contact to them any time of time, any point of time, so that you can get the update on your scenario as well. As already mentioned to you, we are majorly in the job placement. Okay, so we are going to be place you more and more actually. Okay, I think that's it. For more details, you can contact on the provided number. Okay, for batch details, timing, the cost, and all thing, madam will provide the details. Okay, on this number. So thank you all. Have a good day. Bye bye. Bye bye to all.